Welcome to another biking and football video. I got a comment from Andy, a Jambo, in my last video who asked if I would bike down to see his team. So Andy, challenge accepted. Tynecastle, here we come, hopefully. It's 5 AM on Saturday the 13th of May and we're back at Pittodrie for the start of this challenge. Aberdeen are at home to Hibs later today, but the stadium is still deserted at this godly hour. Along the old railway line is the quickest way for getting south. It was supposed to be a nice day, but as you can see it's thick with fog, but hopefully it will burn off as the sun gets higher. I have a few more ideas for videos like this, so if you want to see them then hit the subscribe button, or if you have any ideas of your own then leave a comment like Andy did and I might take up your challenge. After doing a bit of research, Pittodrie to Tynecastle is 95 miles as the crow flies, and it's 127 miles by car. Since I'm on the bike, the shortest route according to Google Maps is 135 miles. So I better get going before the last train north leaves Edinburgh. I forgot how much of a struggle it was going uphill with a loaded bike, especially into a headwind, even this little one coming out of Stonehaven. Here's a quick glimpse of Tynecastle, worth a visit if you've got time, something I don't have. Just over 3 hours and 60k on the clock and we're nearing Montrose, crossing the North River Esk. I finally found links parked after taking a wrong turn. I can't believe I got lost in Montrose. It's only 8:30, so there's no one around apart from a few guys who appear to be setting things up for a training session. Never been here before, but we have played them 4 times. When I say we, I mean finsih or the Arbroath. Every football fan has their team, and I'm a great believer of supporting your local club. If everyone did that, then Scottish football might look a little bit different. Beating them once 2-1 in the third round of the Scottish Cup in 2013, so we won't mention the other 3 games. Montrose finished 7th in League One this year. I'm not sure if this is a good result for them or not, so if there are any Montrose fans watching this then feel free to comment with your views. Looks like a decent wee stadium after a quick bike round it, so I might have to come back here for a game next season. Next stop, Arbroath. Field Arbroath, a ground you can't miss if you're heading south, so no getting lost this time. It's just gone 10 AM, the gates are open, which I took as an invitation to go in and have a look around. The most direct route was down the A92, which was pretty much car free, but energy sapping into a headwind. Tynecastle's looking like it might not happen. Arbroath's season is finished, staying in the championship by the skin of their teeth after almost winning the league last year. I've been here once before, back in 2000 for a second round Scottish Cup tie, which finished 0-0, where if I remember correctly we had 2 men sent off, and Arbroath went on to win the replay 2-1. It's a tidy looking ground with a small main stand. Biking round the back of it asks the question, is this the closest ground to the sea in Scotland? I might have to investigate that later. 100k on the legs and we're approaching Carnoustie, more famous for golf than football, so I'm now going to bore you filming the golf course. Looking back at Dundee from the Tay Bridge, you will have realised I haven't visited any of the Dundee clubs. I was planning on visiting Tynecastle and Dens Park, but that would have added another 30 or 40 minutes to the journey, and it was already midday and the challenge was to get to Tynecastle. I didn't want to stop too much and was eating on the go, but not enough. So I stopped at the other side of the Tay Bridge for a proper calorie intake and a 15-minute break. Felt a lot better after that and the legs seemed to have recovered a bit. Made it to the 4th bridge. I got this far so there was no way I was stopping here. I've walked across the bridge before, but this is the first time biking across it. Must be the most expensive cycle lane anywhere. On the left we have the rail bridge, one of the most iconic landmarks in Scotland, and on the right we have the new Queensferry crossing. Personally, I think it should have been called the 3rd, 4th crossing. What do you think? Finally made it to Tynecastle nearly 14 hours after leaving Pittodrie, so Andy, challenge completed. Never been to Tynecastle before. It looks like an impressive stadium from the outside, as you can't see much of the inside from here. When you support a lower league team, you don't get the chance to play against the teams in the top divisions very often. If you're interested, the Broch have played Hearts once at home in the 2nd round of the 1954 Scottish Cup, with Hearts sneaking it 3-0. Right, stats for the day. Distance cycled 218.91 kilometres, the furthest I have ever ridden a bike in one day. Time 13 hours, 43 minutes and 23 seconds. Average speed 16 kilometres per hour, so just under 10 mile an hour. Total ascent 1,782 metres. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and if you want to see more content like this then hit the subscribe button, and likes apparently help the YouTube algorithm also. See you later, I'm off to catch the 9:30 train.